All right, buongiorno, good morning. It's your boy Big Rich live from Queens, New York City, Tuesday morning. First of all, there will be no morning show today, July 30th, or Thursday, August 1st. And look at that, we're already at August. Summer's already over. Jesus, come on, man. Shit goes too fast. Anyway, sorry for the delay. I know we haven't been putting up stories. Just had this leg surgery, recovering from it. So, I got to just take it easy a little bit. But back to business, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Back to business. Anyway, let's start with the first story. We're gonna be putting up a bunch of stories today and tomorrow to catch up on some of the stuff going on. Of course, salute to my good friend Shattered, that's keeping me equipped. Michael S keeping me equipped. Montreal Paul keeping me equipped. And salute to Nathan Clary. I think he said he was down. Is it Nathan Clary? I don't know. My mind is all over the place. I think he was also going to get down with the team to help us start building and reporting on some more stuff going on. I ordered a bunch of books. As soon as I get them in, I'm going to let you guys know. Take some pictures of them, put them up. But starting my library, all things related to mafias from all over the world, characters that we've never heard before, I've never heard about before. So we're going to have some fun when we start doing these mob spotlights, which aren't, isn't anything, could be current, about the past. There are certain individuals that should be spoken about. They did some crazy things. So anyway, let's get down to business. Of course, this is by the way of my boy Shattered, former associate of President Trump, helped feds bring down the first ever Bonanno turncoat. And let me put this tough guy's fucking picture up here. Picture with him and Donald Trump. Okay, here we go. Felix Sater, a former associate of President Donald Trump, was instrumental in helping the feds bring down capo Frank Coppa, the first member of the Bonanno crime family to flip and testify ever. This was among the revelations that came to light in a 2009 sentencing transcript that was among a trove of documents unsealed on Monday on the order of U.S. District Judge Leo Glasser. Coppa's decision to flip in 2002 after he was named in his third racketeering indictment in 2 years is historically regarded as a seminal moment in the federal government's ongoing war against the Bonanno family and the New York Mafia. Coppa's turnaround alone led to the arrest of dozens of wise guys, allow me to say disgracia, and induced many others in the Bonanno family to follow him, which helped the feds eventually take down Joseph Mussino, then the Bonanno family's powerful boss, who would also flip and testify, becoming the first mafia boss to do so. Leo Taddeo, a senior FBI agent who worked with Sater, said of Sater in the recently released transcript, he was instrumental bringing Frank Coppa in as a result of his cooperation, caused further damage to the Bonanno family. Without his cooperation, it would have been a few more years before the FBI would effectively remove La Cosa Nostra from the penny stock business, aka the pink sheets, aka OTCBB. I used to live in Boca Raton, Florida, where we were doing pink sheet stock scams all day. In the late 1999 and 2000s, we was getting paid in Florida. It's another story, though. Sater, a Soviet immigrant who befriended Trump in the 2000s, who was convicted of racketeering prior to working with the president, was described as a highly valued FBI source who used his ties to the criminal underworld to inform on a range of criminal organizations, including Al Qaeda and arms dealers in Afghanistan. Sater was gainfully employed at successful Wall Street brokerages when, in 1991, at the age of 25, He got into a bar fight and slashed a man with a cocktail glass and went to prison for it. His life took a dramatic tumble. Then in 1998, Sater was convicted of racketeering for his role in a $40 million pump and dump stock fraud. That conviction, though, was kept under seal because Sater was providing intelligence to the FBI about the New York Mafia, among other criminal organizations. Fucking snitch, rat, disgraciad, took their money, and then when he got in trouble, some details about Sater's role as an FBI informant have appeared in news stories and through his own testimony over the years. The court documents unsealed on Monday offer new information, including what prosecutors and an FBI agent had to say about Sater's role informing on the mob on Wall Street at a 2009 sentence hearing. Sater wore a wire for so long during a decade of constant undercover work that it got to a point where it became too dangerous to allow a confirmation of his cooperation to be known. There was nothing he wouldn't do. No task was too big. They credited Sater with implicating several high-ranking members in La Cosa Nostra, telling a federal appeals court that its cooperation runs a gamut that is seldom seen. It involves violent organizations such as Al-Qaeda. It involves foreign governments. It involves Russian organized crime. Sater ultimately was sentenced to probation and a $25,000 fine in the stock fraud case because of his work for the government, because he was a snitch. Federal prosecutors had argued for years that these records should remain sealed because Sater's life could be in danger if his cooperation efforts were revealed. Sater himself undermined that argument by talking about his cooperation in media news. Coppa testified only once at the 2004 racketeering and murder trial of then-boss Joseph Massino. In September of 2010, Coppa had been spotted in South Florida, where he was allowed to keep a home and property that was valued at $1.7 million when he took the witness stand against Massino in 2004. Desgraciado. Coppa's rap sheet includes murder conspiracies, drug dealing, stock fraud, loan sharking, extortion, and tax fraud going back to 1963. What a wonderful year was for me. He was inducted into the crime family in 1977. He served as an acting capo, a full captain, and was a member of the family's administration during the late 1990s when he and Massino vacationed together with their wives. Here's what the U.S. Attorney said about Mr. Sater. I don't think there's any question that Mr. Sater has prevented far more financial fraud than he has caused. Mr. Sater was really the FBI's entry into the types of financial frauds that were being perpetrated at the time in the mid to late 90s. The criminal financial wizards were one step ahead of law enforcement, and literally that was until Felix Sater cooperated with the FBI. So this cocksucker opened his mouth, and it opened the doors for the fucking feds to come in and stop these criminal financial wizards for fucking around with the stock market. But hey, where was the FBI when the taxpayers of this country bailed out Wall Street? I didn't see any arrests being made. I just saw a lot of bonus checks being handed out. Remember when Wall Street held this country hostage and said, okay, well, if you don't bail us out, we'll fucking, we'll take it back to the fucking dark ages. I didn't see any, I didn't see any FBI step in. No major cases. Huh? They weren't looking for any snitches to bring down these CEOs. They fucking went to trial and got away with it. The 19 other defendants in the United States versus Coppa case that came before your honor is certainly the most concrete form of that. But far and beyond those 19 defendants, Felix Sater explained to the FBI how these schemes operated. Then there are instances far too numerous to mention in a 5,000-word letter, but they would take any given investigation that they were looking into at the time, bring it in front of Felix Sater, and he would explained to them what was going on. So forget giving names. They would give this guy a business model and said, what the fuck is going on here? And Felix Sater would sit there and explain to them what the mafiosi were doing. Disgracia. He clearly illuminated and elicited information to them which brought countless arrests and halted the fraud at the time. That would be enough, Your Honor, for us to stand here and tell you that Felix Sater went above and beyond, but that was only the beginning. Time and time again, all agents here and numerous others who couldn't be here today have told the government Felix Sater was one of the best snitches we worked with. There was nothing he wouldn't do. No task was too big. He was really helpful and was the key to opening 100 different doors that couldn't be opened prior to this time. That's what I just said. What a piece of shit, huh? What a piece of shit. Anyway, this is your boy Big Rich. Mob Stories. Shattered. Salute. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Thank you for all the comments. Hey, especially you haters, scumbags. Huh? Leaving the comments. I see ya. I see ya. I see ya. Keep leaving those comments because I know you're listening. Salute.